Das war heute warm, oder? Willst du dir mal grüßen, ja? Wie viele Leute?
124.
Okay, also Internet ist noch nicht ganz fertig. Wie kommen das immer alles? Das sind 2 Klicks, wenn man sich verbindet, man muss nicht überall fahren oder Auto fahren.
Alle. Hello, parole lange.
Ich auch nicht, ja, auch nicht gesagt. Ja, sag mal, die Titel und die nicht. Hier, kannst du mal gucken, bitte?
Okay.
Kommen noch welche?
Ja, ja, die ganze Zeit, aber ich könnte ja trotzdem anfangen.
Ich glaube, ich muss das.
Ansonsten Teil sogar.
So, okay. So. So, einen wunderschönen guten Morgen. Wir können schon anfangen. Im Tempel sind ja alle da. Im Internet ist im Kommen, immer noch. Auf jeden Fall nochmal wunderschönen guten Morgen an euch alle, die in unseren Tempel gekommen sind und die jetzt gerade sich via Zoom von verschiedenen Ländern mit uns verbinden. Herzlich willkommen im Drubpon Institut zum Vajrayogini Retreat mit Drubpon Tsering Rinpoche und Drubpon Palki. Drubpon Tsering Rinpoche wird jetzt die Vajrayogini Ermächtigung gewähren und am Nachmittag stehen Unterweisungen über Vajrayogini und Tummo von Drubpon Palki auf dem Programm. Am Sonntagvormittag, das heißt morgen, werden wir die kostbare Vajrayogini Sadhana zusammen praktizieren. Wir begrüßen alle Lotsavas, die die Ermächtigung und die Unterweisungen in verschiedener Sprachen übersetzen werden. Sonam ins Deutsche, guten Morgen. Solve ins Englische, good morning. Mikołaj ins Polnische, dzień dobry. Roko ins Chinesische, this I don't know. I know. Und Sascha ins Russische. Здравствуйте, Sascha. So bitte im Zoom wählt die entsprechende Sprachoption für euch, die für euch eben gut ist, dass ihr versteht. So, good morning to all of you in our temple and to all who are connected with us via Zoom from different countries. Welcome in Drubpon Institute in Munich to Vajrayogini retreat with Drubpon Tsering Rinpoche and Drubpon Palki. Drubpon Tsering Rinpoche will now grant the Vajrayogini empowerment, and in the afternoon there will be teachings on Vajrayogini and Tumo by Drubpon Palki. And on Sunday morning we will practice the precious Vajrayogini sadhana together. So welcome all Lotsavas who will translate the empowerment and teachings into different languages. Sonam into German, Solve into English, Mikołaj into Polish, Rocco into Chinese, and Sasha into Russian. Many thanks, and please select the appropriate language option. Proszę wybrać polską opcję językową do polskiego tłumaczenia. A lot of blessings and inspiration to all of you. Tashidele.
Terender chutok kobrego tani dorji nam jirma samudai wang yetela tani danang us pem khintang tagana yin traji ju jarkap ramine nyam yu na khinke chudo pomo yongsu zobala jumba les hyokak ta tini hyokari chizon damara rewa ten Hyoka Nyingong Gonda Dusum Gabsin Sam the Trahideles Hyans.
So today the program of this Dharma Center is the profound symbolic empowerment of Vajrayogini. So warmly welcome to all of you Dharma friends, from those of you who are participating actually here in the temple and all of you who participate through the internet from all over the world. So good morning, or here in Munich it's morning, but you might be in another time zone, so good noon, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good 3 times throughout the 3 times. I hope that you are all well and wish you very warmly welcome.
Teni ngatu anisobia tang tegana yi Martina Renata teni teso kutso sebetedala teni traja la sope saro hyoya tang tun jinjang kin tsama tang lakpar tu kering ramin thola sungyun nang kin loza wa nam te kadin la nyeng ne tuji ches hyoya yens.
So I also want to thank all of the organizers who helped to organize this empowerment and the teachings later. So especially Annie-Sophia and Martina and Renate worked to organize this program. So many thanks. And thanks to all the helpers who helped to prepare this program, and especially heartfelt thanks to all the translators who will translate these teachings and empowerment into different languages. So many heartfelt thanks to you all.
All Tatendu. Nangpa sanje palakpar tani sangha dorje tikpa tela tikpa chechong chepa semji in songdu tambo kunlong zambo tang dik to ne ampe chu tusang kongsum gargi kabi in chang tani kunlong tang kunju de soyapo sartan semper shows bibi ora.
So for the
Deine Baby oder noch nicht?
Sondern warte Sekunde. Please, all participants, please mute your micros, okay? Please mute your micros because it's disturbed the transmission. Thank you so much.
So for the Buddha Dharma in general, and especially we know that Jigten Sungren said that the difference between the lesser vehicle and the great vehicle, the Mahayana, is bodhicitta. So for all of the Buddha Dharma, we need to first of all have a motivation of bodhicitta. That is the difference between the lesser and the greater vehicle. So we should first of all develop the correct motivation of bodhicitta and also maintain the correct conduct throughout the empowerment and teachings. So please prepare yourself in this way and listen with the motivation of bodhicitta.
Hola, starting in Roa Majonang Tatanya Besemjin Tamji Yarim Dorjin Namjurm Compalango Paraja. Di Chita Tenima member Siak Wang Dorjin Namjurm Samo Dai Wang the Sugar Yin Shuna Tunyamseling Yin Samba Samba Sanchon cho the Semji December shows.
So to develop this bodhicitta, please think of all mother sentient beings throughout all the reaches of space and develop the determination to bring them to the level of the victorious mother Vajrayogini. So for this purpose, determine to now receive the maturing empowerment that matures those who are not yet matured. This profound symbolic empowerment. So you make the determination to receive this empowerment fully and afterwards put it into practice. And with this supreme motivation of bodhicitta, please listen and receive the empowerment.
Yes. Holas. Taten du Sanje ke chupong jet yutong song Sanje sang jet of this. Then the chupong jet nimong impor songs. De la teni. Yo. Seni tikpa tang. Deva. Not dorje tikpa in a year. Taten du Tsering caps papa de la. Tani sangha dorje tikpa se atres.
So after the Buddha attained enlightenment, he taught 84,000 groups of teachings. And Jigten Sungren said that these are antidotes to our 84,000 mental afflictions. And these Buddha's teachings are divided into the sutra vehicle and the secret mantra Vajrayana vehicle. The sutra vehicle is also called the vehicle of characteristics. So today we have an empowerment which belongs to the Vajrayana.
Dzień dobry. Hola, stati sanga dorje thikpa. Te nyam seleng ya la. Tani member siya ko wang tang madrowanam drovar sipe chi sinatini rimba ni to go yores. Ta te ndu tambo wang te kare se go resina. Wang ma thopala chinap mes penna chema chen nom yongo mare. Tani nom ter chik chen nom mambo yora te ndu. Te nyam seleng ya la yen chik meni wang to go yores.
So for this Vajrayana secret mantra, we need first of all the maturing empowerment, which matures those who are not yet mature. And we also need the instructions that liberate those who are not yet liberated. So the liberating instructions. So first of all, the empowerment is so that if we don't receive the empowerment, we will not receive the blessings of the practice. It is just like if we press sand to get oil, we will not get anything from pressing sand. But if we press sesame seeds, we will get oil. So that is like when you practice after receiving an empowerment. So therefore, the empowerment is indispensable for the practice of Vajrayana.
Hola, ta member siya ko wang sidi member se kare resina. Semjin tamje ke jula sanje ke nyingbo yores. Yina yang te ya mentor yo mare. Ta te ndu pen sawung jik sa na yo na yang te la cho lu tu som den zom ne ya men. O te cha ko yon rebu te men to re te ndu nga chu sanje nyingbo te ya me ya la. Teni the wang se ya the tap jik res.
So this empowerment that matures those who are not yet mature, what does it mean to be not yet mature? It means that all sentient beings have the Buddha nature. We have the nature of a Buddha, but we are not yet Buddhas. That means that we are not yet matured. So this Buddha nature inside us is just like a seed in the soil. If you place a seed in dry soil, it cannot sprout. It needs the maturing through warmth and moisture and manure, some fertilizer, then it can mature into a sprout and a plant. So that is what the empowerment does. It matures our Buddha nature so that we can ripen and mature.
Hola, ta. Jitang wang hiba des. Sanje tam je chitni 장촉 셈데 왕그 값 되니 냠스 렌땅데 나쪽 못해요레스
In general,
왕세야데 히바리 말이 왕 예바 말이 왕 히 왕세야데 산제 탐제 그 산촉 셈데 왕그 값 되니 냠스 렌땅게 된다데 못해요레스
so what the empowerment does in general is also that it teaches us how to put into practice the bodhicitta that is inherent within the mind streams of all Buddhas. So the empowerment teaches us how to practice this bodhicitta of the Buddha's minds.
다때 ngopru sidu telamik pa kare orisina chirang cho ke lutang semni te tene janchok sentan rersong nas sanje kusum de ya meya yores men ya meya yore ya
So how is it that the empowerment introduces the bodhicitta to us? It is it introduces us to
chirang cho ke lutang sem tini janchok sentan rersong na tene sanje kusum de ya meya yores
the empowerment introduces to us how to how we can mature our own body and mind into the three kayas of the Buddha. So when we conjoin our body and mind with bodhicitta, we can ripen our body and mind into the three kayas of a Buddha. And we are introduced to this through the empowerment.
ten du nga chu lut tru ko ram ji nga de long ko ram ji sem de chu ko teni sanje ko sum de me yong de de la men para si pa ke tap wang se go res
So the empowerment is a method that ripens our body and mind so that we realize that our body is, the nature of our body is Nirmanakaya, the nature of our speech is Sambhogakaya, and the nature of our minds are Dhammakaya. So the empowerment is a method to ripen us to this fact.
oh ya ta ni din sun gung wan dong yu le ji ne to ba yin sen du wang ke den da ta ha ko top go yo re de wang ke tun da cha chang de ha ko shi na teni rang ke wang de top yo res
Jigten Sumgön said that when the meaning of the empowerment arises in our minds, then we receive the empowerment. So when we fully, completely understand the meaning of the empowerment, then we have really received it.
de kare de se na drubs la tham ji chu ko nang kha yin du chap de yo res teni long ko jan chung yin du so ke so wa tam na ta la de la ngo zang yi yo ma ngo zang yi sin de la ma rin de so su ji wo se ya de tamar pa ri se ya de yo ma res teni la ke de ni de hi so na ta so su la wang len cho go yo res So Drubs the Latang, the Chuka Nanka in the chap the Ures. Then is so Catella, Longan Jansun into Tinisora Tamna, Lala Ngo Zang in and then Lama in then Tamarabar in the Sosuchi or Siate, Yomares. They Hako Topsona, Trinity Capsule, Wangte, then Togures.
So what is the meaning of the empowerment? The deity to be practiced, the deity of our practice is
Kikba Chadum and then Laris in their Tamar Paris at the Yomares. Pick up Satini Wangatunda Totores.
So the deity to be practiced fills the entire space and also fills us. So we are like Nyamanakayas, and the entire space is the Dharmakaya, and the deity fills everywhere. It fills all the reaches of space. It fills us and the entire space. And then we supplicate the Sambhogakaya form, which is like rainbow appearances. And when we realize that we supplicate these deities and realize that there are no duality between good and bad, between ordinary and divine. So when we supplicate the deity, the Sambhogakaya form of the deity that appears in this Dharmakaya space, realizing that there is no duality, then we have fully realized the meaning of the empowerment.
Alles. Da den du. Teni Tambo Wanke Lama Juperamba Tang Teni Teke Lojite Chokoya Kechimbori. Loju Jupe Tawan Dins. Loju Tahakuna Semka Tawan Dingris. Yuntin Tome Tepa Jes, Yuntin Tahakuna Tenis Tepa Jehores. Tepa the Jisuna Yichi Lehores. 이 지시제 대배 전함용 샘 대첨단단나 삼반도 손 어때인데 드니티지라 로지드마 로야 인스.
So then we should learn about the lineage gurus and the background history for this empowerment, because it is said that when you hear the background history, then you will be inspired, and when you are inspired and see all the qualities, then you will give rise to faith, and when you have faith, then you can trust, and when you have fully complete trust, then the blessings can enter you, and when you are fully free from doubts, then all your wishes will be fulfilled. So let's start with the background history of the empowerment.
Alles. Da den die Logi Dinge Jacksona Pöpa usually den the project on the Mati low entity Germinta inchi Tony Loro Gis.
So there might be some Tibetan people participating today, so I will start reading the background history in Tibetan, and then we will hear it in English and German and the other languages afterwards.
Derma Jun Tada Ge Yaning, Jomdin the Holodum by Yung Kitchen Kor Nanjir Sant Jude Tamje Yaning Sabla Legend Chisapate, Cher Sanje Tamje, Jimje Jim Shirabji Parod Simani Dorje Nimata, not so yum damima, Dorje Pamoso, Sinta Koyin Namjun Taye Pale, Der Dorje Pamos, Dela, Yuyon Susu Jison down with the top terminani, Chetan Papa, Kawap Chichutam Jitan Ripate, Tambo Chabda Dorjen Chandang, Holuamu, Yermipe, Tamze Chimpo, Saraha, Jisu Zom, Beni Shavare, Corner Rupa, Sangupa, Nganga Nene, Yegampo Pale Jupa, Shanime Soda, Chuka Yihijan Kandro, Abda Metepa, de Jimarpa Chujalordu, La Dai Wang Samu, Mimban Zepan, Dorjingole, Savar Sumbatar, Rembara Jupa, Shanime Yejutang, Rupa Dorjen Changkin Butelopala, Deepinchi Naropala, Deepuyo Chetar, Lozawa Tamchi Japo, Zumi to Tup Jimze Dorji, Munhang, Lobda Marpala Nawale, Rembara, Malarechi, Nyami Tapos Hole Jupane, Ninju Lenjima. Jima Ramjong Tunjutam, Che para Ninju Lenji Jima Wanda, Mengan Tada, Jima Pe, Jansona, Chip to Toyong Jini, Gibson Yeba Dojela, Pumba Kanzu Zara, Gibson Jin Ring Dupe, Korto Sum de City, Toki Sam Chosum, not so now, Zava Mizi, Jepa, certain Chipale. There, the dark in Himbo, Sandu Samodai one year, Snapchat to the Drupane. Jipsun repe, Nansamo Daiwan yet to Tatakon Nagawala, Tatakon Chipala, Number Chung, Hunhendu, Muchung, Hunhendu Chisum Batar. Sama Tekona ni Wanun Chi Jula, Zora me, but that's some the tablet in water jing. Ju Mimprasi, but Damba Samon, the Nichi, Jipicho Tamchi, Jing Rich Loxo, der Jipsun, Jansun Chikuchin, Chivere Chung Dojeta Percasor, Ninjun Holo Domba. Yavium Rinpoche, Yunga Lenji Chimatan River, Samo Dai 1 year. Garden Jiju member Jeva las.
So this empowerment is the heart essence of all the mother tantras. The mandala of Vajrayogini, the consort of the Bhagavan Chakrasamvara, which belongs to the secret highest yoga tantra, is more profound than the quintessence of all the other classes of tantra. Generally, the great mother Prajnaparamita, who gave birth to all the Buddhas, possesses infinite manifestations such as Vajratopa, Vishvamati, Nairatmya, or Vajravarahi. However, here she is referred to as Vajravarahi. Among the numerous sadhanas that follow various tantric scriptures, this particular practice unites all the teachings of the exalted transmission lineages. First, the presiding Lord Vajradhara and Vajrayogini, who are inseparable, taught the great Brahmin Saraha. The aspect of the two-faced manifestation of Vajravarahi was then transmitted to Shawari, to Koni Rupa, to Tsang Rupa, to Garngak Nin, and to Lord Gambopa. According to Marpa's Vajra songs, the close lineage of the two-faced one Vajravarahi was transmitted by the Dharmakaya wisdom Dakini to Lord Maitripa, who ripened Jetsun Marpa Jugilodre through bestowing this profound symbolic empowerment. The sixth Buddha Vajradhara transmitted these teachings to Tilopa, who passed them on to Panchen Naropa, who passed them on to the incontestable king of translators of the later spread of the teachings, the siddha and manifestation of Hevajra in human form, Marpa of Lodrak. It was then successively transmitted to the great Milarepa, to the peerless Gambopa, and so forth. This whispering lineage of the co-emergent mother is the self-arisen ultimate lineage. In Tibet, Lord Marpa bestowed all the empowerments and core instructions of the co-emergent mother's whispering lineage, like pouring water from one vase into another, most importantly to Jetsun Milarepa, Sherpa Dorje, the forefather of all accomplished masters. Milarepa divided these into 3 sets of teachings, the extensive, the middling, and the concise, and primarily he transmitted them to his 3 supreme heart disciples. The more elaborate root empowerment can be found elsewhere. This particular empowerment is the secret core essence of all his
你
teachings.
说啥？
The 4 profound
不
empowerments
要紧，
are
飞到搁家来吧。
The 4 profound empowerments are conferred in the manner of
不能回，
symbolic
到时候等我
blessing.
来的时候我用，我就不用带了。
Yetsun Milarepa said, "Oh, how I long to receive the profound 4-fold inner symbolic empowerment right now. Oh, how happy I would be to receive it now. Even though I have not much to offer, I so yearn to receive it. Even though my devotion is humble, I so yearn to receive it." The secret nature of suchness is skillfully introduced effortlessly through mere symbols to sharp-minded ones. The lineage of this profound Dharma that ripens the mind converges with all lineages. This practice belongs to the tradition of the Jetsun Rechungpa Dorje Trakpa, who has attained the rainbow body, and stems from the middling Yabyum Chakra Samvara of the whispering lineage. In order to receive the profound sign empowerment of the co-emergent mother, Vajrayogini, that matures the mind of fortunate ones, please do the following preparations.
Olas, ta logic take Tony Tini, one Ubishuya, Della, Tini, Undo, Tambo, Tampacho take, Tini, Sega the Tong, Sega the Chitula Tesine, Tini, Lenyon could dig dip Jansson, Stamazoyata. Nibata Latini, Torma, the gig days, so Sulunga is on the Upec. Nimon Tonga to Sumte, Tenipa, Dea, Ta Wang Hisu Nutrongora, Ta Sumba de Carasinati Yancher, Teni Numumba Mayon Wachet, Teni Yedam, La Dordinam Yermak Tony, Sunkor Gomia, Teni Yebatella, Danzing in Yimpo, Teni Lusosi Lunga Yesum, the Lama Dorje. Klopuntan, Yedam Dordin Nam German, Pugins and the Mendenbria, Oti, Tanam Junker, or cheat up written by Yet and Oguyores, the Teni, written by Yintema, GI.
So now we have heard the history, and then we need to do the 4 preliminary practices to prepare for the to receive the empowerment. So first of all, we will receive purification from the nectar in the vase. So we should think that we are drinking half and putting the other half at the top of our heads, whereby all our karma, mental afflictions and obscurations and negativities are purified. And then the second preliminary practice is to offer an obstructor torma. So this torma we offer to the obstructing spirits, that they will not obstruct our practice. And we are also visualizing that we throw out with the torma, we throw out all our own mental afflictions, so that we become a suitable vessel to receive the empowerment. We become fully pure. And the third preliminary practice is to visualize the protective sphere of the Yidam deity Vajrayogini all around us. And finally, we need to remove all our ego grasping, and we do that by offering a mandala to the Vajra master and the deity Vajrayogini. And with this mandala, we are offering our body, speech, and mind fully to the Vajra master and Vajrayogini, because by offering our body, speech, and mind, we give up all our ego grasping. So these are the 4 preliminary preparations for receiving the empowerment.
Om Kenda Roy Hong Hong Baha Om Soba Vashuda Sarva Dharma Soba Vashuda Tam Se Janam Meba Chirabale Yamne Longa Jango Ya Ba Din Yajan Bada Ya Deng Ramne Maya Jango Rosamara Susanam Jatin Bada Ya Deng Kamle Mangoji Basamane Ale Tebaya Yajana Kokadahana Le Shangada Bemamara Shile Tseng Yongso Kama Ting the Aigle Dava Jango Kaju Tadawa Tia Ting the Lojing Bo Hongan Tseng Ho Marakawa Hong A Wom Yen Go the Sole Wundu Long Yu Me Barazena Jawaya Lambadawa Huti Dibada Ranganyan Go as a Honga Po the Hudan de Bercado Ho IQ and Yamachaka Yen Obiaque La Yondona Oma Homa Homa Pem 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 Oma Kaka Yakaya Savaya Garaka Sabata Patapakata Amanda Apamaranda Kandakandayandaya Amamalanda Hanida Samaya Rakita Mama Sarasata Mendaya Yathipam Yadam Bazada Andrata Bada Madamada Mama Savaka Daya says Gambakida Saya Jabavinda Hong 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 Pai 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 So Wow Makaka Yakaya Savaya Garaka Sabata Patapakata Amanda Apamaranda Kandak Niandaya Mamalanda Nida Samaya Rajinda Mama Sarasa Lemba Yadida Yadabam Yadam Bada Bavada Andrada Madamada Mama Savakara Daya says Gambakida Saya Jabavinda Hong 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 Pai 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 So Om Kaka Yakaya Savaya Yaraka Sabada Pakata Manda Abamaranda Kandakana Yandaya Amamalanda Hanida Samaya Rajinda Mama Sarasa Lemba Yadida Yadabam Yadam Bada Bavada Andrada Madamata Mama Savaka Sis gamba kita saya jabamin the hong 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 pai 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 so wa shen jong jian po jian nam jia 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 zhe jin de ya ma ma de jia la nam jia da jian ko jia jia ne jia le pa da 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 gar ba zang lo jia jia jian ko da jian jia da jia la so ba ya le jian ko da da la so ra da de jin jia da la zong ko da kun jia dong dong zo de men jia ba na na da do na ka na mi ban zo ma ra nga da chi ma nga sa da nga ba mi ban zo ji de de ya lo le da da na ba ya ji ba ba de le dong jia de ba Yilande Bagandam Kanda Napu Soja Bea Sangha Sami Chovala Nida Tava Mamemba Tatan de Yinda Thing Kadimon de Yitova Labanjira de Vekavakalano Masumana Samana Honga Om Benza Raisha Hong Hong Pai So Wa Wo Tam Je Doji Sa Je Para Tam Je Doji Rawa Dan Ra Tain Tam Je Doji Kordang La Re So Olas Ta Danjin Ki Nimbo La Miandan Bugo Re Tin Du Sai Che Tseno Da Kurz Mandala
So now we need to offer a mandala as an antidote to our ego grasping, to give up our ego grasping. So this short mandala offering.
Olas Ta Wang the Guru Jisen. Tene Sorvanda Pande Jiduris, Tin Tambo te Projektone Lo. Tene Nipti Tigila Turansoke Sosotone Loro Jis.
So now we need to repeat the following request after the Vajra Master. It's a request to please bestow this empowerment. So first we will repeat in Tibetan and then in our respective languages.
Samjirvanga Chido Sorvanda Bandaya Jedunzo. Tamba Jepzumpa.
Amba Jetsunpa.
Dorje Nanjirme. Platso Tamje La. Da. Chan Sarhing. Japsun Cheo. Dala. Devyin Nije. Yishi. Namkha Tavu. Ganwar. Zedo Sor. Member. Zedo Sor. Yongso Member. Zedo Sor. Shindo Member. Zedo Sor. Devyin Nije. Yishi. Norva Tavu. Ganwar. Zedo Sor. Member. Zedo Sor. Yongso Member. Zedo Sor. Shindo Member. Zedo Sor. Devyin Nije Yishi. Dutse Tavu. Ganwar. Zedo Sor. Member. Zedo Sor. Yongso Member. Zedo Sor. Shindo Member. Zedo Sor.
I pay homage and take refuge in the precious holy masters and the entire assembly of Vajrayogini deities. Please fill my mind with its own nature, the wisdom of suchness that is all pervasive, like space. Bring me to maturity. Bring me to complete maturity. Bring me to utter maturity. Please fill my mind with its own qualities, the jewel-like wisdom of suchness. Bring me to maturity. Bring me to complete maturity. Bring me to utter maturity. Please fill my mind with its own powers, the nectar-like wisdom of suchness. Bring me to maturity. Bring me to complete maturity. Bring me to utter maturity.
Konso Jiri Sigumdo. Konso Chandoe. Olas. Pam Wanke. Nubiateri. Tendu. Dela. 지랑초 류트 장보당 샘데 사로 지네더니 도지 남절마게 따라 빠르더니 표요레드나 잡을 탕카 요러와 다때 난동 장춘 당지 소수 샤타를 또 부품모아니마 단다 담색심바지 곰효 사타표스.
So now we come to the main part of the empowerment. So please, all of you, sit with a straight body and a clear mind. And then you need to visualize Vajrayogini. So here you see a picture on the screen, and there's also a Tanga painting behind me. So you need to visualize this appearing yet empty form of Vajrayogini, which is like a nature of rainbow light. And this is the Samaya deity, the Samaya Sattva form of the deity that you visualize now in front of you.
노자와 다다 함이 고는데 지금 열여 맞나 인기 소리 열어봐. 대 말로 도지 소로 투사를 왜? 아 때는 살로 열었지.
So yeah, sit with a straight spine and a clear mind and visualize as follows, that we need to appear as the deity Vajrayogini also. But first of all, visualize a multicolored lotus flower and a sun mandala, a sun disk. And on top of this sun disk appears a red Shri syllable. And this Shri syllable transforms into Vajrayogini. She has Vajrayogini has an intense red complexion, and she is emanating the light of 100,000 suns. She has 3 eyes, and her countenance is fierce and smiling. Her right leg is extended, suppressing a black Bhairava, and her left leg is slightly bent, suppressing a red Kalarati. Her black hair is hanging loose, and her crown is adorned with 5 dry skulls. 50 freshly severed heads make up her necklace, and she is naked and endowed with the 5 symbols. She has a Vajra flaying knife, a chopper, Vajra chopper or flaying knife in her right hand, extended downwards, and she's threatening all the malevolent ones with it. In her left hand, she holds a skull cup filled with the blood of the 4 Maras at her heart's center. In the crook of her left arm, she holds a Khatvanga staff adorned with a Damaru bell and silken ribbons. She is perfectly youthful and endowed with radiant splendor. She abides at the center of raging masses of blazing fire, like the fire at the end of a kalpa or aeon. At the point between her eyebrows circles the form of Jetsunma Vajrayogini, clear and prominent like a circle of firelight. At her heart, upon a sun mandala, sun disk, is Vajrayogini's mantra chain rotating to the left counterclockwise, and it is red and continuously circling. At her navel is a red Damodaya, a Dharma source, and at the center of that is a 4-petal lotus. In the center of that lotus is a red 3 syllable, and on the lotus's 4 petals are the syllables Ha, Ri, Ni, and Sa. These syllables rotate to the left, so counterclockwise. From the deity and the syllables visualized in this way, light radiates and fills up your entire form, and thereby all obscurations and negativities are purified. Again, from this 3 syllable at the center of a red mandala, red light radiates and emanates inconceivable manifestations of Vajrayogini's divine assembly, which then dissolve into the hearts and 3 syllables at the navels of all of us disciples. Thus think that you are filled with untainted great bliss. So now you have visualized yourself as the Samaya Sattva. We ourselves are Vajrayogini as the Samaya Sattva form, and we need to invite the wisdom, the Jnana Sattva, the wisdom deity form, to melt into us. So please have a clear and undistracted mind and invite the wisdom deities.
Loma Chirana ke Jagana Zobe Madani Majin Boyong Sochapale, Yipton Dorjan Jermakumdo, Rapta Markin Mambam Jawazan Rowajian, some Trojan Zambanyan Dandi by Shap Ye Jang Ben Jizina Bodan, Yung Combatum Sima, Marmo Nemba, Watana Putso, Sever Trawala Tokanga Wajin Demba. Tulung up Juto Heran Yen Jerusa Jangadan Demba Saya Doje to Jang Be Dubajina de Bayon, Dija Taka Kamata Tokan Zimbatumona, Doje Karanga, Landamara, Tavata Janki, Tepa, Namba. Some person so just get down them by Garbanji de Medan Babantuman to Bavuna Yoba, Tayaman of the Jetamaka Salatu, Bangaman Kolodan Kovan, can you imagine what Jatan and Berotan and praying for the Margara and Kova, they were Yoma Puvana Pimanda Yedevashi. Dama Yella Harinisa Yundon Kova de Savla, Yingdra Namla Wiser. Legion Gang Drubpon, the bottom Jeta, Lara Cinderajin Koju, which is always a marble, Lord Jen, and Jamalaton, the number part of me, Bantu, Loma, Chira, and I'm getting got the Teva Shelatembe. Sapa me bedeva Jimburgan, or Jebe, Muba, and the whole one better than Berotana. Baba Denin Haji Dembrase Banzo. Oh, yeah, that's not so Tantex Bala, like his about the Tem. That temples in the Lamingo Doji Yason, some cheese.
So now with faith and devotion, you have invited the wisdom deities into you who were the Samaya deity. And when the Vajra master places the Vajra master is holding the door Vajra, and you should visualize that he's placing it at the crown of your head, and hereby the wisdom deity and the Samaya deity melt inseparably.
Hang Vian Abda Marap Peje Matra Panjar de Jador Jingolasang Nang Samudaya Wan Yakur, Yong some members in Jalokia, Sombatu, Chechutumo, my empa, Daya Wan Young Otribeton, and the Davis also Dadon Shipagon and my empa. Sensa Te Georgia Yorate Maloro Chila.
When Lord Mapa met with Lord Maitripa, he sang this Vajra song, "Please bestow the 4 levels of the profound inner symbolic empowerment. Grant blessings to ripen my stream of consciousness completely. The nature of these teachings is extraordinary." So just now we became the Samadhi deity when the wisdom deities have entered us and remain in a stable way.
Wang ye you raw, Wang San Wang, Sher Wang, Tsiwang, Wang ye you do. That's the rain de la Samo Dalatin at any one Korea. Yes. The end Tambo Pomang de la Da Yekatoni one Korea Rindo de la Daviata Pakpak and go Tuepa Dorje Jadams. Then the Pomang Tambo Pomang de la one year da Yekatoni one Korea Rindos. Tinting in Marere in the sugar in Tinichiran so. Semba Sarwotan Lu Jambu Sine. Tunda Hakuri Sirojis.
So there are 4 empowerments, 4 levels of empowerments, and these are bestowed based on profound symbols. So the four empowerments are the vase empowerment, the secret empowerment, the wisdom empowerment, and the word empowerment. So first of all, in the vase empowerment, we will be shown 4 different symbols. So please sit still with a straight spine and a clear mind and try to understand the meaning of these 4 symbols that will be shown. So they are first of all a bow and an arrow, and then the head of a pig, a female pig, and then the skull cap, and then a Vajra cross.
Hola, ta tangbote. Oma chirang namla. Tini davyo tempa di. Tate karen chungurisna. Tap ningi chimbota. Shirap tongba ni. Date ningi yote. Tini tongba ni. O ten du dorduna tap dan shirap yermipa. Songdan jogores. Chunzi teri.
So first of all, you are all shown this bow and arrow that represent the inseparable method and wisdom. So method is also great compassion, and the wisdom is the wisdom of emptiness. And these two need to be inseparably united.
O ten du la yab yumte. Nawa yabla tongba yum. Nan tong sung yukatini. Kirem kirla yadam jila. Gom go gres, dam sun deres. Ten du anka ke pamo la yab mundo kipo rindo karena sande. Pamo la katang dalite yab sunjires.
So this bow and arrow is a sign that you should practice this generation stage of the Yap and Yum deities, the female and male consorts of the deity. And the male consort represents appearances and the female represents emptiness. And these two appearances and emptiness need to be in union. They are united. So if you think that Vajrayogini is only a female, then you should know that the male consort is hidden within her Khatvanga staff. So she has both male and female. She has her male consort with her.
Hola. 다 니바데 판고 템반데 박베 박박했더니 카젤라 짱와당 쪼바 메바 롱규바다스 되니 님이 이시 공고레스 님이 이기스 다인니 장인니 짱조니 오레도 메바토네 오데 공고레스 춘지 벤데레스.
So next we are shown the head of a sow, a female pig, and this symbolizes the not labeling anything as clean or unclean, as self and other, and good and bad, and so on. All these dualistic labeling are removed, are purified. And this symbolizes the fact that we need to habituate ourselves to non-dual awareness, non-dual wisdom awareness. this is also expressed in verse number 5 of the 7 verses of supplication to Tara. So there it says this naturally non-dual mind, those who have those who are tied down by habitual tendencies of duality, please protect them. So we need to be free from these habitual tendencies of grasping at duality, at dualistic phenomena. The third symbol that we are shown here is an empty skull cup. So this skull cup symbolizes the empty nature of all phenomena. This empty nature which we need to habituate ourselves to the understanding of. This So this empty space within the skull cup symbolizes the empty nature of all phenomena. And we can realize this when we cut our ego grasping at the root, because with the ego grasping, we hold on to things as truly existing, but actually all phenomena of samsara and nirvana are primordially non-existing, primordially not truly existing.
Right, so much. Okay, so much. That door yipate, dorje jadam temban this. The dorje jadam tel rash so yellow yorwa. Chile, the rajek shiva, yeba wang drapok, then it lab yellow. Wang, that is, lab yellow to grace.
The fourth symbol here is the Vajra cross. And these four edges of the cross symbolize the four enlightened activities, the four enlightening activities of peaceful, increasing, magnetizing, and forceful activities.
Oh, that's that. Da yelatin bumba wang the toes, the bumba go bumba wang the toned. Take look less sums, so you mazin the belopari in batang. Take the tang, then it look cheaper sipat zares, then zak dick button, the button here. Then in Yurva me pa lut the good dodges and up the yokes.
So based on these four symbols, we have received the vase empowerment, which is the body empowerment. And with this empowerment, our negative actions of the body are purified. Our actions of killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct are all purified. And the body is related with the channels. The channels in our body are all purified. And we have obtained the blessings to attain the so the channels that the channels in the body. So the channels are what produce the body, and these channels that are the source of the whole body are purified. and we have obtained the blessings of the unchanging, the blessings of the unchanging Vajra body. We have obtained the blessings of the unchanging Vajra body.
다 류게 니바데 파 장마 조야라 류 예담 라 곰네 제름 곰야게 데리 완차데 초소로 터비오레스 제름 곰야게 완차 범버 완차데 소소 터비오레스 도망.
And with this base empowerment, we have also obtained the empowerment, the allowance to practice to visualize our own body as the deity body in the generation stage practice. We have obtained the permission to visualize our own body as the deity body.
다디 왕데 톱네 번버 왕데 톱네 소수 류데 나와당 동바 드니 그 제름 예담지라 곰나 데 곰네 곰나 데버 드니 산제 트르ပ 공황 토비아게 드니 사원 주리 야요레스.
And when we have obtained the permission to visualize ourselves as this appearing yet empty form of the deity in the generation stage practice, and when we do this, then we can manifest ourselves as Nirmanakayas. With this base empowerment, the seed of the Nirmanakaya has been placed within our mind streams.
Alles. Da nipa de sam wang le song sam wang.
Secondly, we will obtain the speech empowerment, which is the secret empowerment.
Sam wang de la sitini töba nang dutze ji ho. Dutze ro de ki du zi si de nimong du la yixinga ye zi la bre. Nyumo bo dute mi pa zoya la yixinga ye zi de go de ti dutze de tini shani tong na ti ke dewa te ke lu tham ji de she ji song wa gom che la.
And this secret empowerment is bestowed with nectar from a skull cup. And the nectar in Tibetan is Dutsi, and Du means demon, that is the demons of our own mental afflictions. And the second syllable, Tsi, means detergent, like soap. And this is the detergent of the 5 wisdoms, which washes away our mental afflictions. So when we should visualize that we receive this nectar, and it generates bliss by the taste of it, and this bliss vibrates throughout our body.
Yedam la song sang wang dutze de karis ne yedam la yabium keteni sancho sem karpo tamarpo te dutze te sosu remba ne chong teni te remba ne hubo kapso nga ke le yes zung chama chikzo nga charas o te nga ke nipa thamje sirjite big dikpa ta dripa ta pa ta.
So we receive this secret speech empowerment by receiving this white and red mixed nectar that comes from the male and female consort deities. And we visualize that this nectar goes down our throat. And when it reaches our throat center, it purifies the 4 negative actions of speech that we have committed in the past. So our actions of lying, of harsh words, of divisive speech, and of gossip, all these negative actions of the speech are purified with the nectar.
All ngā ke nipa te pā sevar sipa te sitini ngā ke ngā da ya ta druptab lo ya te sori. Tā te lo choya ngā da choya druptab lo choya sitini wāncha te so lo top yo re sitini de sāng wāng top.
And when we have purified our speech in this way, we have also obtained the permission to use our speech for the deity practice. So that is to recite the deity's mantra and the sadhana. So we have received this permission to recite the deity practice.
Tani tā ngā te ya pewara sipa te long re sa long te latin ke ja heura wok yimpe long de pa te ta si tani ngakpa me pa song do ji sana te so la cho shop.
And the speech is based on the wind energies in the body. So all the obscurations of this wind energies in the body have been purified through this secret speech empowerment. And also we have obtained the blessings of the unceasing Vajra speech.
Ngā te nūt chōru yore si, te ndu ti ngā te ki te ni druptab loya ta ngā nyam sa lang na nrewa tala sanje lom ju zobu ko tobya ki te ni sawung ju le ya yore si.
So we have become a suitable vessel for the practice of empty sounds, residing with these sounds that are empty. And when we practice empty sounds with the practice of the speech, then the result will be that we will obtain the Sambhogakaya. So with this secret speech empowerment, the seed of the Sambhogakaya have been placed within our mind streams.
Tani wang sumpa shirap yishiji wang res. Ta de la tani gom jaglus. De di ngo number matopa gom shes. Dewa yabla tongpa yum de tong saja chimbo number matopa ote gongores.
And then comes the third empowerment, which is the wisdom empowerment. And here we need to do some meditation. So we should meditate on the nature of bliss that is free from concepts. So the bliss is the male deity aspect, and the emptiness is the female deity aspect. And from this empty bliss, we have the non-conceptual wisdom. So we need to meditate on this.
Oh ya, tate shirap yishiji wang res. Te ndu ti tok shirap yishiji wang de top. Du ta sosu pla gom desa tokane tene voiceran tu ta soso jepin doje namje marati tokane voiceran tu yidam la doje namje ma yidam jila tokane voiceran tu soso doje namje ma hinkala hyop tene yi je lesum sem de dikpa zo som de nap sem ne sem lokta se this som da yi yam hevarsi pate tigle yimbe teni zo tigli dikpa tan dripa da se
So now we have received this wisdom empowerment, which is the mind empowerment. And here we should visualize that from the Yidam deity Vajrayoginis. Someone is muted. From the wisdom deity so we should visualize light rays from the heart center of Vajrayogini in front of us, streams out into our own heart centers. We are also Vajrayogini, so from Vajrayogini's heart center in front, light rays radiate into our own Vajrayogini heart centers. And hereby the three non-virtuous acts of the mind are purified. So our non-virtuous deeds of the mind are a very desirous mind, ill intention to harm others, and the wrong views. So these three wrong states or negative deeds of the mind are purified. And the mind is based on the essential drops in the body. So with this mind empowerment, the essential drops in the body are purified.
알았어. 다 대대 샘 철밤에 봐. 톡도 지게 생각돼 소소라 저 효. 대 효운도 이지. 다이 샘. 세는 이 세는 니바 세지 데스. 이 월살 동반이 공발라 왕토베. 왕토비오레스. 이 동반이 공토야 그 왕토레스. 동반이다. 시랍 이히지 왕.
With this wisdom mind empowerment, we receive the blessings of the unelaborated Vajra mind. The blessings of the unelaborated Vajra mind, we have obtained those, and then we have obtained the permission to meditate on the clear light of emptiness. So with this wisdom empowerment, we have obtained the permission to meditate on emptiness.
다 히랍단 이히제 왕의 톱네 왕차데 라디오 가레레시나 대동 진자를 공부는 저스 대와당 동바 진자를시도 뚜모라 그랬더니 튀gle 다들은 공지라 두부 파티 그때 이렇게 나오라 어때인데 대곰 초약 뚜모 곰 초약 누드 줘요레스 되니 대인도다 샘 예담질라이 톡 띵인진 곰네 대 곰송나 레버 산제 취직고 공방 토베 사원주를 야요레스
With this wisdom empowerment, we have also received the permission to meditate on the empty bliss of Dumo, of inner heat, and of the essential drops in the body. So in the afternoon, Drubpon will explain more about the practice of Dumo, of inner heat. So we have now obtained the permission to practice that. We have become suitable recipients or vessels of this practice. And also we have obtained the permission to meditate on the samadhi of the deity's mind. And the seed of the Dharmakaya have been placed within our mind streams. So when we meditate on the samadhi of the deity's minds, the result will be the attainment of the Dharmakaya.
도망 상왕 혈왕 디왕 섬든 로차 다왕 이바 츠왕 림보치레스 Sama lu Drubpon dan semba saro chilulu chiyurochi. Siwang de layang samo dark toni. Wang yendus.
So now we have received the base empowerment, the secret empowerment, and the wisdom empowerment. And remaining is the precious word empowerment. So again, please sit straight with a clear and relaxed mind. And this precious word empowerment will also be conferred based on 4 symbols, 4 profound symbols.
Oh, sta tambo te. Tani ngaya lakpa tongba tingi ures. Te karesina chu tamji jewa mepe das. Taka duma jaduna na ma jewa mepe chubing nas. Oten sunzi rindos. Chuji.
So first of all, I show you an empty palm, my empty hand. And this is a sign, a symbol that all phenomena are unborn by nature. This is also expressed in the first verse of the 7 verses of supplication to Tara, where it says the mother who abides in the unborn nature of Dhammadhatu. So this is the empty nature of the unborn Dhammadhatu.
Ta nipa te. Di teng to dorje yakpan des. Nawa. Tang chakpa. Chu tamji me yendo. Lower nawa dares. Nang tong. Me yendo nawa. Nang yendo tongba.
The second sign is that I place a Vajra on top of the empty palm. And this symbolizes how all phenomena of sights and sounds appear superficially while they are actually non-existent. It's a symbol of appearing yet being empty, empty appearances.
Ta di ji tena teni. Segor simde. Oh, segor som topande. Dra tsama te trakton re. Sida trakton. Trakton te chikpata. Chu tamji mambo yorete. Tomate rochik dares. Mambo yona ya rochik. Toma rochik.
The third sign is that I snap my fingers 3 times. So these three finger snaps are a sign that all phenomena are, all sounds are empty by nature. So all can hear sounds, but their nature is empty. And moreover, all phenomena are of one equal taste. So phenomena.
Chaja chenpu nem cho nas. Saja chenpo tan zoba chenpo tawa to na yangs. Saja chenpu nem cho na. Sancho sempa jupe lo du yos. Kini sancho semde gores. Ta tene mengzam dazam. Takpa zam still tama mengzam dazam yes. Donda tere te jidi naro jis.
Yeah, so all sound phenomena are empty. And next we need to repeat some words after the Vajra Master. So please repeat the following words. In the supreme abode of Mahamudra, dwells the Bodhisattva Charyamati. This is simply a name, simply a sign, simply a label. Okay.
Na Janchok Sempa Jepe Lord Yok Dene Mengzam Da Zam Takpa Zam Ta Yingchi da Deutsch toda
So actually we should repeat it in English now, but we already did it. So Rinpoche explained that the meaning of this bodhisattva, the meaning of the bodhisattva Charyamati is bodhicitta. It means that we need to have bodhicitta in our minds.
다왕 디 치왕 림보치 이바들라 데이터 추 탐제 무보 데니드 접요 말레스 콘데 그추 참아 등 무보니드 접요 말레스 치랑 그 셈니 이미 자더 주변타다 잡아보스 데인디 로마자 되면은 주다 남근 신이 진스 남카라 셈도 남카라 빼랑로 주변타 탐제다 잡아 나 초선 낭양 라마다 낭레스 이나야 나와 셈도 나와 나셈 이미 추지고 임바데 되니 하고 된 되니 읍종메바 모시바시고레스 랑 추거 임바 마히바르 셈니몽왕도 줄바에 시대기와 랑 추거 임바데 하고는 보아데 들지송 된디 대야 맹당 다점다 대야 양의 맹점 다점다 오시고레스 된디 디왕 주만은 뭐지 이바데 데레스.
So we should understand that phenomena lack any true reality. Our own mind, our mind has no ground, it has no root, and is free from all extremes of elaborations. Even though appearances manifest in countless ways, appearances and mind are one. So in the last verse of the 7 verses to Tara, it also says that the mind is unelaborated like space. So we need to recognize this Dharmakaya, which is unidentifiable, this unidentifiable Dharmakaya. In the 2nd verse of the 7 verses to Tara, it also says our own mind is the Dharmakaya. We need to understand that. So this 4th empowerment, the precious word empowerment, is understood only through these names and signs, these symbols.
올라서 다디 지왕은보치 야데케 책긴 좀봐 동담제왕토 책들을 띠는 동다 또토고레스 디크 왕차더라 요레스 바테 왕차더라도 데케 르가 이som 찬염 예르미바 송돈 죽부 되니 꾼 드비아케 디 책 왕차더라 요레스.
So this 4th empowerment, the precious word empowerment, has given us the permission or empowering to understand the meaning behind words. So based on the words, we will understand the meaning. We have obtained this power through this empowerment, and it has placed the seeds of all 3 kayas within our mind streams so that our 3 doors, our body, speech, and mind, can ripen into the 3 kayas of a Buddha.
Tate ke rank sem dang tini kaha ma yin pa to thot tini go som je ten si lunga yu go som je ten kuin je ke le kuin je dang te te yora kuin je ke le dang tini shibza ke drupa ti nyomo pa chawa dang pa cha chama tini pa dikrep chama pa da yang.
So we realize that our own mind is not separate. It's not. We realize that our own mind is not separate from the Buddha's minds, and our three doors, our body, speech, and mind, are purified, and the karma that is placed within our alaya consciousness is purified, and likewise all the obscurations covering it, so the cognitive the afflictive obscurations, the obscurations of habitual tendencies, and the very subtle cognitive obscurations in our minds are all purified.
Olas, ta ran chung ki yishi wu sarwa. Ponjor me pa dorje tabe tingin jing ke sanab de so so la chor shows. Ram chung ki yishi wu sarwa. Ponjor me pa, yurwa me pa, dorje tabe tingin jing ke sanab de ta so so la chor shok.
And then the completely unchanging blessings of the Vajra like Samadhi have entered us. The unchanging Samadhi blessings of Vajra like Samadhi have entered us.
Ta saja chenpo ina re, zopa chenpo ina re, ta te gom choya ke nöt jo yore, si gom se ke nöt. Tani te nöt jo ne, ta saja chenpo tan zopa chenpo kare ne gom na, tani dreva tala sanje ngowo ni chiko gompang tope, tani sawon ju le ya yore.
We have now, by these empowerments, we have become suitable vessels for the practice of either Mahamudra or Dzogchen. And if we practice Mahamudra or Dzogchen and habituate ourselves to it, we will attain the Svabhavika Kaya. So by these four empowerments, the seed of the Svabhavika Kaya has also been placed in our mind streams.
Olas. Ya, ta teke tani. Tsering dorje nam jerma samo daike. Tani wang yete tsama lipa drop yores.
So today we have well received the four empowerments of Vajrayogini, of this profound symbolic empowerment. It has been well completed.
Sarva Buddha Dahini.
Drake samela. Ola so ta ten de tike ta tamsek tela. Tsawa ke tamsek tan yina ke tamsek sineta mambo yore ti yina tamsek so pe kale khabori. Ta tsawa tamsek tela namju Rinpoche so hondo te pe ke chembore jancho sem namba nite. Kunjob la semtin tamje phama yin samyak. Tini teso la ne ropa matham na no machi kache ropa thotop si samyak chik. Den tampe ngokala tini konde chama pongba ni de samyak tang. Ti mixa khatsang ti trajanan tang dara dodje namje ma wang top sardu. Tini ti ke singha ta jeba na re dupa kare sosu lo thamna. O chere ren dono chi sina. Te shuyu. Then the tini zo tamsing dere stati tamsing na chorgin da songa yin sanike. O GDC gore ta sosola yedam la yinda yuna jarawa tamchi shilong to checks te jewo jago mare teni te main ta dorje nam jer matela gawo yuna teni te ta la gong ha da tingin jin gom choya wangja chama de o tab yores.
And after receiving
Internet na nga so website nan te ya ye yore. Orje nam jer ma gawang hinye na ti nga tin chi chik 10,000 dungore syo te suno nga ringbo ta diba ni yore so su kare so nan de gere sikale kare.
so after receiving the empowerment, we should also keep the samaya commitments. So there are many branch samayas, but that is very difficult to keep. So at least we need to keep the root samaya. And as Gatin Rinpoche always says, the root samaya is the twofold bodhicitta. So the relative bodhicitta is to see all sentient beings as our previous parents and to help them as much as possible. And if we cannot help them, at least we should not harm anyone. And the ultimate bodhicitta is to see the empty nature of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana, that all phenomena are actually empty by nature. And then I have written in the internet that we need to recite the mantra of Vajrayogini. There's a long mantra and a short mantra, and you can choose which one you like, but you should recite 10,000 of this mantra after receiving this empowerment. I have sent this information out in the internet. So if you have another Yidam deity, you don't need to necessarily practice Vajrayogini in the following, because all deities are one in the expanse of wisdom. The nature of all deities is the same. But if you prefer to practice Vajrayogini, then with this empowerment, you have now received the permission to practice and recite and visualize Vajrayogini as your main Yidam deity also. So we need to repeat the words of the Samaya commitment after the Vajra Master.
Hola, stati jilatini. Tiga tsawa tan yin la ka tam tsek nam sungwa tan dong chur yin de sige yin nyam de ji de siro ji si ji de te tso bi chatar ka tsa pa te da tham te da ke ji. Peng ne tsam te da tin de chi la da na sia te ri ne nam ju tsa ma ji ba ro.
So we should repeat the words of the Samaya commitment after the Vajra Master with the determination to keep the Samaya. It's the same prayer as in all other empowerments that we usually recite.
Shar ji ji pe tam tsek tam dom pe ne la sum dom chur yin de ji won nyam ban de ji de zo. Zo wu je tar. Ka tsar pa. De da tham je. Da ke ji.
So please repeat, I will do all that you, the principal master, commands. I will do all that you, the principal master, commands.
Ti lama dorje lopun tang yedam dorje nam jirma la tini tuji che sin wang de la mendra de pa chin do gore.
And finally, we should offer a short mandala with the short mandala offering prayer to the Vajra master, the guru, and to the Yidam deity Vajrayogini, as thanks for bestowing this empowerment. To thank them for bestowing this empowerment.
Sanje Jin La Me De Purva Yi Hong Go Nam Da Jin Jin Pura Xiong Go Sun Yon Do Lam Me Co Nam La Chen Na San Sum De Yin Yi Jian Chu Da Liu Lom Jun Han Si Yong Yi La La Me Yong Ge Ge Zhen Tar De Zo Hola so tati jila ranke lutang lomchu gevetawatan jepa lama dan jenkhor je zomo nisaman tibla kupem berna chahe chanjina long je de soro nyambande jidu siro je sianjar jidu.
There's one more repetition we need to do. When you do that, please think, I offer with great respect my body, my enjoyments and roots of virtue to the Lama, who is non-dual with the principal deity of the mandala. Please accept a portion of my offering and partake it with delight. Repeat the following.
Da trinta chi la dane bula chi chi je lomar zongwa tang chai zamne jie de so chai zamne jie de so chai zamne jie de so do za ba te chi ji de nang ge che bi.
Please repeat. From this day onwards, take me under your care. Take me under your care. As I'm offering myself to you, please accept me as your disciple and loan me just a bit of my offering for my practice.
Wang de pe ya bo chong song ta samo da de patrolia de le lao mo do te ka re tu tu se ten de lo tra wa na bu ku din la ten ya bo cha song di ke ge ba za wan di ke ta sem jin tham je ke marik te mok le sar te ni jam leng de la shiwa tan dewa ne mo ge ta ma thok yong su zo ne teni shibde la long chu pe lo sar ban de la teni tumun cham jo na ne san chu sem ke mon na ro jis teni tega na ye lo za wa na ba la thu ji che nyam gyok sen kin ke tan jam ne sa so kan san pe chu ro cha ma la thu ji che teni ti ta break tan thun jin jang kin cha ma la thu ji che.
So this empowerment has been well completed. It's not easy to liberate you through profound symbols, but I did my best. And it's also the kindness of the translators. So please pray that all sentient beings will be freed from all the darkness of their ignorance, and that the world will be free from all sicknesses and hunger and quarrels and fights. And there will be peace and world peace and happiness all over the world in this new lunar new year. So please do the bodhicitta prayer with these aspirations. And many thanks to all of you participants, to all of you Dharma friends from all over the world. And thank you to the translators and thank you to the organizers. Thank you, everyone.
Heute 24, Rotbuch, die Bodhicitta-Gebiet.
Bodhicitta prayer.
Höchstes, Kostbares, Bodhicitta entstehen, möge es nicht vergehen, möge es weiter wachsen. May precious Bodhicitta arise in all beings' mind streams. May it never diminish, but grow and spread forever.
Dankeschön, thank you. Shishini, spasiba, dziękuję bardzo. Kaman, gracias, obrigado, weiter, Tag und Baila und Mursmisk.
Mulțumesc.
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 Yakuyo, thank you so much. Now our Sangha is Julian and Ping Tanka Mala Tanka Sie möchte geben diese Sangha Leute offer, oder? Okay. And now you can come here to. And thank you. See you to afternoon. Good lunch, good rest. See you this afternoon.
So thank you so much for coming for this empowerment. Please come again at 2 p.m. Central European Time. Now we have a lunch break. The Zoom login is the same. And Lotsavas, please come some minute earlier, okay? Thank you so much and see you later.
so long.
Long.
Sorry,
Vandaag
sorry.
liturgia.
I give the one too long. Okay, short.
So before you go, you will get also long. So wait a minute.
Okay, maybe 10 minutes. You patience. Not so much hungry. Yeah. This is Sablam naro chudu ke teacher lalin sabar shipa naro shapche sharche longzambo le. O namo guru Vajrayogini lu samdin jina dundan dembo om soba shido sarvadama soba shido beza shido sarvadam soba beza shido yoga shido sarvadam so yoga shido somje jangwe somje jebe chidan jo mani da jara de ala hong shi jebe lo sa jara wa kol la renda ya tawa de sara de ke memba besungan kolo chibe beso ele chi jong le tawa tawa tada soba Dinka chewa yara timba sengho nangmarwa yang kya chewa bisa pam le na zo pe matang ale dawa nyakangwa ram le nyema din la pam chin norba tinda rang sem ni pam yeng mar bu um ba do je tok de wa pam je simba le won chu Papa Ju Semji Tamje Leader Jang Dojan Yokoman Sunday Yonso Jabala Nankala Tar Marbo Sarva Tar Rani Dojan Yakumdo Marbo Nima Bamje Zigiji Tiger Chin Sam Trajan De Banchiva Junse Zibanada Yazapaya Nabunga Dobatuba Monga Jin Jin Ta Trova Tubanga Jeta Jekata Rube Sajang Anchama Saito Sayan Tura Tokan Hamba Tumakaranga Dingwa Jin Motala Jigatan Zaba Judolan Belanto Jinama Langpa Shavie Kom Kenyon Changwa Karta Pin Kamsam Jayin Sujura Rani Lembar Mebonga Guna Yupar Jor Tela Kocha Goane Deva Om Pamle Doje Pamo Mamo Hinga Ham Yamle Hinjaman Homonde Bashem Mom Mozima Karmo Tawa Shi de Jivzima Samojudo Hong Le Jazi Tazima Jango Yina Tamjela Pele Tindaga Tuka Tamje Jan Harje Sanima Yeto Turan Zemba Jinche Pamo Tarsarda Wo Yihibango Kensinje Laba Namjer Mesane Suchunjuma Bede Shin Simbala Wondu Sobu Javan Kota Jibala Dojan Number Dujan of Kinda Banzara Samanza Didakole Namjama Kapada Baturanga Jo Temple Lila Deva Nibaji Sona Adakala Mabuturanga Temple Tempangala Nibaji Togle Sancho Semjeta Sancho Semji Chujum Parangan Hinga Temple Dedong Yiki Julajin Tan Namjer Matenia Rana Tampa Nizamibar Jo Diana Takpati Manakon Chutamje Tomaro Jepanya Monja Tokwa Yingso Sheve Tiger Toyandiba Chicken Venada, the Paya, Yings, Jebes, and Ginger, don't they, what I see, Ginger, to some jeans, some diggers in a given Chiva, but have years on the Jibasani, Dupati, Sergeant, and Bayeto. Omi Jesela, Robayon Toda, Yahaga, Karanga, Around Yatokanga, Wajin, the thing I just Betapanga, just percent of Sajato. Sajanga, Chuni to Dambe, Rora, Pamti, Yumba, Yuman, Kota Dava. Cover June by and cover limit on payment in your monkey to Basi around with the men on the rank assembly and house, which is like Kujimaton Tonso as a Chichikorang, them with Tapa Timbao, Umbedavara, Mahayogan, Emako, Hang, Ramnajamasave, Sane, some Tiva Chunjomapu, May and Kolota with a Pema Mapiteva, Yama with a Pamye Marpun Hang, Tranke, Yun to Korwang, Hardibet, Din, and Sound, and Jepa, Mongol, Hunter, Yun, Korta, Tala, Yuran, Kovar, Joe, some of the Dragon. Medawana Medamerotana Hong Pepe so Medamerotana Hong Pe Bedavara Gamada Bedavan Hita Badisa Roman Roman sometimes to 20 Sound Pamle won't to make you Separana the men with your Pamla Tem Pamye Kopango, that's a feeling that another. Was a tomba Nigeram in the Jurvala Genes and Ya, down with a flyer and Jimata Namja, my judges, Honey Banaba, Juba, Joho, Santos and Japan, Coney Conda and Power Show, to the Lodging and Savannah. Drove to the Molang, got about the Latam Jeda into by show, she wanted to set up Jeda Conjusman, I am the Named up Chamber, don't say for a show, 只欠东点着空心中让人做不三界头，不能是进去完人生。东大差价进步往头去，觉得都上就世界可能不在这个汽车。等到可能到时候，就这就说的是可能那种。去到大型部分在的说对满几天可是把它对满有些的时候对不。欢把有人来表达需求。Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now have a wonderful lunch break. And for some of you, it's a deep night, but still perhaps you can get a sleep. Okay, so see you at 2 p.m. Central European time.